Thanks for joining us. Due to technical difficulties, here we are in progress. A pair of foul shots are made by Brennan, and the count is 4-2. Marina leads Mission Viejo. Blackshire has 2 for Mission Viejo. A field goal from Stephen Becker for Marina, and moments ago, Matt Brennan made a pair of foul shots. That's where we stand, 4-2. Jed Collins off to Blackshire. Jumper on the way is up and no good. Ollering had it. Who wants it? And good hustle there by Rivera to keep it alive, but the ball gets thrown away, and the Diablos will gain possession. Mission Viejo in the home white, Marina in their road blue.
Marina opening up in a 2-3 zone, although Roger Holmes told me that they will change their defenses quite a bit to try to keep Mission Viejo off balance. The problem with the 2-3 zone is boxing out for rebounding purposes, and Mission Viejo is excellent at crashing the offensive glass.
Blackshire down low, he scores. He's been the offense for the Diablos with 4 points. Marcus Blackshire, who has played well in these playoffs, 10, 12, 15, and 7 points in the 4 playoff games. Jumper on the way by Lambert. It's long, and the rebound is cleared, and here they come in the open court. Webster. They're going to call the offensive foul against the freshman, Perry Webster, who to me does not seem to be phased playing on this court. And that's amazing considering he's just, 15 years old?
Yeah, terrific savvy. He's a confident player, although I think it'll be an interesting matchup all game long, the freshman Webster against the senior Becker, because Becker is a very good player for Marina.
Marina breaks the 2-2-1. Pull-up jumper on the way is up, and nothing but the bottom of the net for Matt Brennan, who averages 19.7 points per game in these playoffs, had 27 in their victory against Thousand Oaks.
Co-MVP of the Sunset League last year with his teammate Lambert, and those two have been, Marina's been riding the back of those two for a couple of years now.
First substitution, Sonny McCracken to the game. He replaces Gussif. McCracken, number 24, a 6'1 junior. Heady ball player, had 5 points in the victory against Saugus and 6 against Arroyo Valley. He gives them hustle. Blackshire to the hole. Now Marcus Blackshire feeling right at home here at the Arrowhead Pond. It's a 6-6 tie with 4:55 to go in the first period. Mara Keller, Paul Westfall, thanks for joining us. It's High School Basketball Championship Saturday here in Anaheim, California. Becker with the basketball. He wears number 21. Nice crossover. Pull-up jumper, and it falls. This young man's got a lot of moves. He has 4 points, and the Vikings lead it 8-6.
Becker was among the county leaders in assists all season long, averaging over 9 assists per game, but he's also an 11-point per game scorer. So he has all-around ability, and you can see there he can create his own.
McCracken gets called for the travel. Ollering checks out. Jeff Larson into the game, number 32. And also Becker scored 17 points in the win against Thousand Oaks. So when the point guard can create points like that, it makes the team even more dangerous.
It certainly helps out the big two of Brennan and Lambert.
Absolutely. It's almost like they have a law firm. It's the law firm of Becker, Brennan, and Lambert for Marina. To the hole. You're going to count that bucket for Brennan. He now has 6 points, and the Vikings have taken a 10-6 lead. Let's take a look on the real-time replay.
Exactly right. Watch as Brennan got a corner on Blackshire, and then the 6'3 Brennan can get to the front of the rim, and he does so, and one. Lambert has yet to score, but Brennan's carrying him right now with 6 early points.
And Becker's shipped in with 4, and Marcus Blackshire all 6 for the Diablos. Mission Viejo, nothing but the bottom of the net. Brennan looking good early on. He's the kind of kid, if he gets off big, he can take over a basketball game. Here comes Perry Webster as they face and attack that 2-3 zone. Important they hit those outside jumpers. McCracken to the hole. Left hand, no good. Larson had it, lost it, but they're going to keep possession. Jeff Larson, number 32. They really need Jeff to bang the boards. And what offense you get from him will be a plus as Mark Sanchez replaces Marcus Blackshire. Not a little bit of a surprising substitution considering he's been all their offense early on.
I think Coach Rowland probably upset with the ease in which Brennan went by Blackshire the last time on that drive to the basket.
Perry Webster to Jed Collins. Collins to the hole. His shot is up and good. Collins' first shot attempt, and it equals 2 points. And we've got ourselves an 11-8 game with 3:38 to go in quarter number 1. They break it. Wide open. Jeff Delaunay. He gets his first 2 of the basketball game. And they've done a good job breaking that 2-2-1 that Mission Viejo's put on. Maybe Troy Rowland will go a little more half court next time.
Excellent vision by Becker that time. Saw through the defense, found the open Delaney for the easy one.
Collins to the hole, layup away, clanks off the rim. Loose ball battle down low, and the personal goes against Larson. So Larson's picked up 2 quick personal fouls, and that's team foul number 3 against the Diablos.
One thing to watch all game long will be the defensive rebounding position of Marina. This time they box out nicely on the missed attempt by Collins. There you can see clearly coming over the back is Larson. That's good defensive rebounding position.
Kyle Billingsley into the game, number 14, the senior guard and one of the tri-captains on this basketball team, and we'll see if he can give them a spark off the bench. They were looking for Lambert, and it goes by him. Good defense there, and I guess they want a little bit of containment there on one of the top scorers.
But a nice idea, if they're going to try to deny the ball from Lambert, then you got to go backdoor a couple of times to get himself a little bit of space. He just mishandled it. I would expect to see that one again later on.
Sanchez with the ball, the outstanding quarterback of Mission Viejo's football team. Off to Collins, who can play a little linebacker right here. To the hole is Billingsley, count it. And he'll look to complete the 3-point play. So the bench coming up with the first bucket of the game for Mission Viejo. And it's a 3-point game.
On the real-time replay, watch. Nice head and shoulder fake by Billingsley, then takes it strong to the rim, absorbs the contact, gets the basket and one.
And up and over the 6'6", Delaney. Billingsley completes the 3-point play. It's a 2-point game, 13-11, 2.5 minutes. We approach that mark here in quarter number 1. Marina has looked very solid so far in this game. Winners of 11 of 12. Mission Viejo has won 7 of 8. Becker's pull-up foul line jumpers and air ball. And the ball will belong to the Diablos. When these teams met on January the 2nd, it was a 69-59 Mission Viejo win. Jed Collins led the way. He had 23. Lambert had 21 for the visiting Vikings. Who knew back then these teams would be meeting for all the marbles?
I think you could argue who knew 2 weeks ago.
McCracken's pull-up jumper is no good. Delaney clears for Marina, and I like the intensity that he brings on defense for this Viking team. Becker looks to take it to the hole. Nifty pass to Delaney. He saves it. Up top to Lambert. And Rivera loses the handle. Good defensive set there by the Diablos.
Diablos all moved their feet very well. But Marina's getting done what they want to offensively so far. A pretty good start for the underdog.
Timeout on the court. We've got a 13-11 Marina lead. They're up by 2. Brennan's been the scoring star for Marina. He's got 7. Blackshire has 6. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's basketball game. First for Marina, led by Roger Holmes, Stephen Becker, Jeff Rivera, James Lambert, Matt Brennan, and Matt Lee. And for the Diablos of Mission Viejo, they're led by Troy Rowland. And you take a look there at Coach Holmes in his 10th year.
One of the really good guys, Roger Holmes, one of the class acts in the Southland, and it's great to see his team get to the finals. They haven't been to the finals since '91.
And for the Diablos, Troy Rowland, their head coach, Webster, Gusseth, Blackshire, Collins, and Ollering. On 3 occasions, they've been to the quarterfinals. Last time they made it that far was in the year 2000. But here they are in the big dance, looking to claim a CIF title. Sanchez along the base. And we've got a foul going against the Vikings. It'll be team foul number 2 against Marina. And Greg Gusseth will check back into the game, number 5. He replaces Kyle Billingsley. Did a nice job with defense and gave him 3 points off the bench.
And the bench, I think, will be a critical factor because Mission Viejo goes
Webster
a lot
to
deeper.
Gusseth. Can't convert. Sorry about that, Paul. He was trying his high wire act there. And here they come in the open court. Brennan. They're going to be on him like flypaper, and that's why Sanchez is in this basketball game. Blackshire lost Delaney, who has 4, and Troy Rowland not happy with the defense of Marcus Blackshire. The second time he fell asleep and let Delaney get behind him. 15-11, Vikings by 4. So we approach the line. Sanchez jumper, no good. Delaney clears, and This kid's been a one-man wrecking crew. Collins saves it to Webster. He loses the handle. Re-corrals. Goes out of bounds, and it's going to belong to Mission Viejo. They said that it went off of Rivera. And of course, mixed reaction. Mission Viejo fans like it, and of course the Marina fans who are behind us don't like it.
But what a great hustle play is, of course, Coach Holmes not happy with the call, but Collins with a great play, jumped in and stole the outlet pass and then saved it, and if Webster had caught it, he would have had a layup.
Blackshire, his three, bullseye for Marcus Blackshire. He's been most of the offense. He has 9 of the Diablos' 14 first quarter points. Brennan stripped of the basketball. Delaunay gives up top to Lambert. Lambert's been held scoreless here in the first quarter, yet they still have the lead. Brennan looking to operate one-on-one. His jumper just short. Blackshire clears. Marcus Blackshire can really hit those boards for these Mission Viejo Diablos.
He's a wonderful athlete, and I just think sometimes he gets a little disinterested on the defensive end, but he's always interested on the offensive end.
And just his first year on the varsity, and he's made quite an impact for Troy Rowland. They're going to hold for the last shot. Vikings 15, Diablos 14 here in the Division 1A championship game. Jed Collins gets called for the travel with 5.9 seconds to go, and Jed never saw a call that he liked from the officials, and he lets him know it.
But you got to love that passion, because he truly is into each and every second.
And here we go, the last 5.9. Becker with the ball. He'll look to go one-on-one. Pull-up jumper. It's an air ball. And that's going to do it for the first period of play from Anaheim, California. The Vikings behind Brennan's 7 points, lead it 15-14. You're watching high school basketball on Cox 3 Sports. The Vikings lead it over the Diablos by the count of 15-14. And now to our sideline man, Mr. Gordon Spencer.
Thanks, Mark. A couple things to keep in mind. Size and numbers. Mission Viejo with the size. 8 players on the roster, 200 pounds plus. And the quickness goes to Marina. But the numbers could go to Mission Viejo as well. 10 to 11 guys they'll play in the court. 7 for Marina. That could be a factor as we go on in this game, guys.
Thank you very much, Gord. As a matter of fact, Mission Viejo really got a wake-up call when they lost to Trabuco Hills to end the regular season, lost by 1. If they won that game, they would have won league. Matter of fact, Troy Rowland said he called Trabuco Hills, thanked one of the assistant coaches, because he said it woke this team up. Back to action. Jumper on the way is no good by Brennan and cleared by Blackshire, who gives way to Perry Webster. Right side three-point circle. Webster, pull up from the end. It's good. And the freshman has his first 2 points of this basketball game, and the Diablos claim a 16-15 lead. It's their first of the night. Jumper on the way by Rivera. He says, "You leave me open, I'll nail the trifecta."
He can shoot it. His last 5 baskets in the last 3 playoff games have all been 3-pointers.
He's not a big point guy. Scored 8 against West Covina. Outside of that, 3, 4, and 3. Webster off to Blackshire along the base. Webster to Gusseth. Good ball movement to Collins. Collins off to a wide open Webster. His 3, bullseye, Perry Webster. He has all 5 Diablo points here in the second quarter. It's 19-18, Mission Viejo the other way. Delaunay with the layup off a gorgeous pass from Stephen Becker.
Delaunay has really sparked the Vikings, though. His interior play has gotten a standoff against the taller Diablos in the paint, and that's a plus for Marina.
Collins to Allering. Can't handle the basketball, and it's corralled by Brennan. Brennan gives to Becker. Amazing that the Vikings are up by 1, and Lambert has not scored a single point. Delaunay, right side to Becker. They work it down low. That's kind of a touch foul, but nonetheless, it'll go against Tim Allering. And for Tim, that'll be his second person.
Actually, I think they called it, forgive me, I think they called it on Gusseth instead, number 5.
Okay. It was pretty much take your pick on that one, but you're right, it goes against Gusseth, and that works out pretty good. You didn't want to have 2 big guys with 2 early fouls apiece.
Exactly.
To trigger in, it's picked off by McCracken. Good job by Sonny. And here comes Mission Viejo. Blackshire operating in the open court. Can't convert. Ball lost out of bounds, and Mission Viejo given a gift. They've got a fresh shot clock, 6:11 to go in the first half. Let's take a look on replay in the open court.
There you can see, though, Blackshire's got enough of a handle that he can get to pretty much anywhere inside 15 feet that he wants to on the court. He just couldn't finish that time, but I think he's a marvelously skilled offensive player.
Keep in mind, Jed Collins with just 2 points. They try Larson on the alley-oop, and that was a real good inbounds play. Good idea. Get it to your big guy. Let him score the easy one. If not, now they send him to the free throw line.
You'll see on the real-time replay, Webster, nice touch pass to the streaking Larson, and he was bothered by Delaunay, and so Larson will go to the foul line.
Larson 52% from the free throw line. The first one is up, and it comes in. The game I'll always remember from Larson was the game against El Toro. 14 points, a perfect 7 of 7 from the field, and he really showed what his potential was in that basketball game. He makes a pair, and it's a 1-point lead for the Diablos, 21-20 as we go back and forth now. You have a feeling this one could be a possible last possession game. Both of these teams so well coached, and the players give 110% out on the court, and that's all you can really ask for as a coach.
Well, they reflect their coaches in that they compete, they rebound, they defend well, playing very smart basketball. These teams don't look intimidated by the setting at all.
They're not. You can tell they're quite comfortable. Becker, his pull-up jumper on the way, no good. Collins with the rebound from Mission Viejo. Larson with the ball, off to McCracken. McCracken to Webster. Webster looking for Larson, in trouble, off to McCracken. His pull-up jumper's good. Sonny's not afraid to shoot the ball, his first 2 of the game, as Marina calls timeout. The Diablos 23, the Vikings 20. You're watching the CIF Championships on Cox 3 Sports. A 9-5 run in the last 2.5 minutes has the Diablo jumping for joy. And your officials, George Arredondo, Frank Peters, Todd Terzian, and Daryl Hennix is your alternate official. Mark Keller, Paul Westphal. We've got another good one. We've been blessed with some good games here on Championship Saturday. The jumper is drilled by Becker. He's got 6. It's a 1-point game.
Both teams playing to the best of their abilities. This is a championship atmosphere, and both teams rising to the occasion. It's been a very good first quarter and a half.
McCracken, 3-point field goal, no good. The rebound by Delaunay, who has done a great job off the bench. And here comes Stephen Becker in the open court. Doesn't have it, they'll run the half-court set. Rivera with Collins right in his face. Going to the bucket is Rivera, trying to work against Collins, can't. And here comes the 6'3" Collins in the open court. He can really dribble the basketball for a big guy. Layup is good. What a move by Jed Collins. You just feel like he can turn it on whenever he feels like it.
That was a classic example of why I think he's a lot like a Charles Barkley type of player. Get the defensive rebound, take it all the way, wind his way through the defenders and finish. That was a great play by Collins.
The Diablos by 3, 25-22. Jumper on the way by Lambert. It's no good. And Lambert is still scoreless in this basketball game as the Vikings commit team foul number 4.
I know that's probably a source of concern for Marina fans, but I wouldn't be too worried about it. Scorers will always figure out a way to score eventually, and Lambert just needs to get a few more touches. But look at Collins, after getting the defensive board, taking it all the way through all 5 defenders, and then finish beautifully with the offhand.
And a nice use of the left hand by Collins. You have to like it. And there's another angle up and over the 6'6" Delaunay.
A very creative player and a very smart player. I know he won't play basketball at the next level. He'll be playing linebacker for Washington State, but he's a joy to watch.
I'll tell you what, don't be surprised maybe if he makes it as a walk-on up in Pullman. Anything's possible. Collins with the ball. Off to Sanchez. Gives to Collins. Right side Webster. Good ball movement. Billingsley wide open. Foul line jumper. It's good. And how about Kyle Billingsley with 5 points off the bench? The other way. Brennan gets fouled by Allering. And now for Tim, that'll be his second personal foul. And to the free throw line will be Matt Brennan. And I'll tell you what, Brennan really single-handedly carried the offense in the first period. He had 7 points, looking for his first point here in the second quarter.
Getting back to Billingsley, he is a very good shooter. Of course, son of Gordon Billingsley, the assistant coach, longtime Fountain Valley coach. And those coaches' kids always seem to be able to shoot.
That is true. The coaching staff for Troy Rowland, Todd Henrotin and Mark Oliveri. And for Marina, Andy Meyer, Eric Edmonds, and Dean Yoshiyama. And they all, both coaching staffs do a real good job. And they're up and good. So we've got ourselves a 4-point game. Webster, he's going to work against Rivera as they switch over to the man. They have been playing that 2-3 zone. Blackshire to Collins. Very good. And that's just a mismatch when Collins gets the ball down low. He's got half a dozen, and the Diablos up by 6.
Yeah, he's so creative in there. He's good with either hand. Excellent footwork. You're not going to stop Jed if he gets it 5 feet from the basket and still has his dribble.
Becker, nice spin move. I don't know who is passing it to. Nice job by Marcus Blackshire to pick up after Becker got by his defender.
Becker got caught up in the air that time and then had to try to bail out with a pass on the diagonal, but they was just too tall for Rivera. But that's one of the few turnovers in the game by both teams. Very well played so far.
And Marina sticking with that man defense. Looks like they're trying to mix it up between the 2-3 zone and the man. Webster pull-up jumper from 15. It's short. Rivera with the rebound for the Vikings. They trail by 6. They have the basketball. Webster wants the call but doesn't get it. And Troy Rowland right in the official's face. But George Arredondo is not going to change his mind on that one.
But he tried to sell it, and that was a pretty good job by Coach Rowland. He's got a big smile on his face. He knows that that was the right call.
Yep, and into the game, Matt Molina, number 22. He can shoot 3-pointers for him. Had 9 points, all 3 of them 3-point field goals in the victory against Simi Valley. A foul call, take your pick, Sanchez or Collins. They're going to call Jed Collins with his first personal foul. It's team foul number 7. Let's look on replay.
A lot of football players there. Matt Brennan, of course, quarterback for Marina, and then you've got quarterback Sanchez for the Mission Viejo and linebacker Jed Collins. A lot of strength there on the court at the same time, and Brennan needed all of that strength just to get through the double team and get to the line.
Brennan, the 6'3" senior at the foul line, makes the first of 2. He's got a nice stroke from the foul line, and he'll be shooting one more. He hits double digits with 10. The good ones make it look so easy, don't they, Paul?
That's true. And he's probably one of those guys that's good at everything, including probably pool and cards and ping pong.
But basically, he doesn't like to lose at anything he does. Can't blame him. Yeah, everybody wants to win when they play. 29-25. Vikings trail the Diablos by 4. Just under the 2.5-minute mark to go in the first half. Billingsley is open. He'll take it, won't make it. Loose ball rebound, and it's cleared by Becker. Becker to Brennan. It's broken up. Webster comes away with it for Mission Viejo, off to Sanchez. Sanchez to Collins, back to Sanchez. And a rebound put in by Marcus Blackshire. He'll take it. He's got 11, and I thought they got away with a goaltend there, but the Diablos score anyway. The lead up to 6 at 31-25.
What an excellent end-to-end play, though, by Blackshire. He came back and broke up the pass on this end, then sprinted down to the other end to get the stick back. That's the kind of effort Coach Rowland wants to see out of Blackshire.
Jumper on the way. It's no good by Lambert. Off the offensive glass. We're going to have a foul call against Jed Collins, and for Jed, that'll be his second personal foul, and it'll be shooting situation as it's team foul number 8. Let's take a look on replay here.
Watch as Blackshire will come from the middle of your screen. He never gave up on the play. He was the one who deflected the pass under the opposite basket, sprinted the 84 feet, and got into the play on the offensive end. Great effort by Blackshire. I got to wonder if Coach Rowland is going to substitute for Jed Collins so he doesn't get that third foul, because there's still 1:42 left in the half.
And you bring up a good point there as Matt Lee steps to the free throw line. Not much in the way of offense, misses the front end. He's only scored 4 points in these playoffs. Good defender, and that's why he gets the minutes down low. Number 42, Matt Lee. Timeout's called by Troy Rowland. We have a timeout with 1:34 to go in the first half. We'll take time out. The Diablos 31, the Vikings 25. You're watching the high school basketball championships on your Orange County sports leader. We're Cox 3 Sports. The Diablos up by 6, 31-25 here in the CIF Southern Section Toyota Championships. This portion of Cox 3 Sports is brought to you by Patton Oscars in Irvine on Lake Forest or online at breadstick.com. Our Cox 3 crew says, it's the best. And by Power Toyota of Irvine at Bake Parkway where it meets the 5 freeway. Who are you going to call? All Power. It's been powerful offense for Mission Viejo here in the second quarter as they have exploded for 17 points while holding Marina to 10, and they enjoy a 6-point lead.
Jeff Rivera picks up a little touch foul, so there'll be a reset on the shot clock for Mission Viejo. Coach Rowland apparently feels that Jed's a smart enough player that he can go this last minute and a half without picking up that third foul.
Maybe rolling the dice a little bit here. Let's see what happens.
No pun intended.
That's right. Webster with the ball off to Blackshire. His jumper on the way. It's up, no good. Sanchez kind of got submarine, no call, and here comes Becker for Marina. Wide open is Rivera. His jumper is up and no good. Blackshire clears as we hit the 1-minute mark. Unbelievable. Lambert has not scored a single point, and the Vikings only down by 6, so that's good news for Marina. Sanchez to Blackshire. He's really feeling it today. Off to Sanchez. Baseline jumper, no good. Collins battling 2 Marina players. And Collins gets called for the travel. And I'll tell you what, Jed Collins was fouled on that. No doubt about that one. I don't know what play was being watched there by Frank Peters. Let's watch it.
Yeah, we'll take a look again on the real-time replay. Watch as Collins uses his strength to corral the ball and then surrounded by Vikings. Gets knocked off balance with the contact, results in a traveling call, and of course Jed very demonstrative whenever the call goes against him.
47.3 seconds to go in the first half. Marina down by 6. They have the basketball. Off to Rivera. Right side to Lambert. They work it down low to Lee. Lee makes it. Anytime you get offense from Matt Lee, that's a plus. And it's a 4-point game with 30 seconds to go.
Outstanding job by Lee. A rare jumper, but it looks like he shot it with a lot of confidence. This is a big stop if Marina can get it with Lambert not scoring, as you mentioned, to be able to go into the locker room only down 4. They'd have to feel pretty good about things.
Absolutely. And we're down to 13 seconds. Webster with the basketball. Let's see if they isolate Collins one-on-one. Back to Webster. He'll take the 3, and the freshman makes the 3. All 8 points for Perry Webster here in the second quarter. Jumper on the way by Brennan. Count it for Matt Brennan as time expires. Brennan with 14 leads all scorers. 34-30, the Diablos by 4. Marcus Blackshire with 11. Webster with 8. Collins by 6, and we've reached halftime. It's a great basketball game here at the Arrowhead Pond of Anaheim. For Paul Westphal, I'm Mark Heller. You're watching the high school basketball championships right here on Cox 3 Sports. But let's go to Gordon Spencer. He's got Coach Rowland.
Thanks, Mark. Well, Coach, good news is you're ahead at half, but I'm sure you're still concerned about this Marina team.
Yeah, you know, they're shooting the ball pretty well from outside, and we got to do a better job getting back in transition. I think we've taken a few too many outside shots and got away from our strength, but understandable with the little nerves in the first half. Guys want to look good, and we'll get it straightened out.
What things do you talk to the guys about?
At halftime, just maintaining intensity. We just hit that 3, and we had to let down for 5 seconds, and it's a 32-minute game, and you know that's going to cost us maybe somewhere down the line. And as long as we do the things that make us successful, we'll be all right.
All right, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, Mission Viejo hanging on to this one, 34-30. You heard Coach Rowland talk about the Marina Vikings. They played each other before. Marina got up on them early in that game, but Mission Viejo came out with that 10-point victory. It's the Division 1A championships. Mission Viejo and Marina here at the Arrowhead Pond. We'll be back with numbers and highlights right after this.
We're at halftime of the Cox 3 Sports CIF Southern Section Toyota Championships. Mission Viejo 34, Marina 30, and Gordon Spencer has Coach Holmes of Marina.
Well, thanks, Mark. Coach, down by 4, not bad. Lambert, having trouble getting on the board. What did you talk about? How do you get him some more shots?
Well, we're going to try to get him on the move a little more because he's really good at putting the ball on the floor and driving, but he just hasn't been very active tonight, you know, and we need him to be a part of our offensive scheme. Obviously, he averages, 17, 18 points a game, and we need some of those this half.
Now, the defending the board, you guys have been good at doing that. and that's been keeping you in the game.
Yeah, we've been blocking out pretty well, and you know, we got to keep that up on rebounding. I think it's our offense more than anything. We haven't, you know, we got transition early, haven't had anything lately, so got to try to push it.
All right, good luck in the second half. All right, Mark, back to you.
Thanks a lot. Let's take a look at the stats between the two teams here at halftime. 34-30 your score. Both teams shot pretty good from the field. Three-pointers pretty even. Free throws, Mission Viejo with the upper hand, but look at Mission Viejo, 16-9 off the boards and 8-5 as far as turnovers are concerned. The highlights, first from Marina, they were led by Matt Brennan. He did a great job for the Vikings in the first half.
Yeah, Brennan was exceptional, and especially with the absence of Lambert in the offense. Here you see Brennan creating for himself off the bounce, also drilling long-range bombs. He had the three to end the half that got him within 4.
And for the Diablos, it was the freshman Perry Webster here pulling up for the short jumper and looking good. Then Jed Collins setting him up for a beautiful three-pointer from the outside. And let's try it one more time. The freshman with all 8 of his points in the second half. Let's take a look at the leading scorers so far in this basketball game. First for Marina, Matt Brennan with 13, Delaunay with 6, and the point guard Stephen Becker with 6. And for Mission Viejo, the job by Marcus Blackshire. He had 11, Webster with 8, Collins with 6. We'll be right back with second half action. It's the CIF High School Basketball Championships brought to you by Toyota here on the Game of the Week on Fox 3 Sports. Back at the Arrowhead Pond in Anaheim, California, Mission Viejo 34, Marina 30, and a part of this big crowd and the Marina faithful hoping their team can find a way to claim their first CIF title. And opening up will be Mission Viejo. To trigger in will be Greg Gussett. The scoring by quarters, Marina 15-14 in the first, Mission Viejo 20-15 in the second, and that's where we stand at 34-30. Gussett to Ollering to Webster, and here we go.
Even though the rebound disparity was +7 for Mission Viejo, I don't think that's too bad for Marina.
Gussett shot on the way, no good. Loose ball rebound. Lambert comes away with the rebound off to Brennan, who had those 13 points in the first half. Off to Lambert. You know they're going to have to look to get Lambert going. Nice use of the left hand. First possession and those first 2 points of the basketball game.
Well done that time by Lambert. That's a smart play. If you're not getting anything done outside, take the ball to the basket. See if you can get to the line. If not, get a finish. Nice job by Lambert with the left hand.
Gussett with the ball. Gussett has not scored. I don't even think he's shot so far in the game. Off to Collins. Collins to Ollering. Tim looking for Gussett. Down low, he's fouled, and he'll shoot a pair. And we know Gussett can do it. If you remember that game that we did against Capo Valley, he nailed 4 3-point field goals, and he certainly is a young man who can score some points for you.
Nice cut to the basket on the real-time replay by Gussett, and a good delivery right on time by Ollering. That's one thing when you got a 6'9" guy, he can see over the defense, and he made a nice pass. And Gussett will go to the line after the foul by Becker.
60% free throw shooter, misses the first of 2. In the 4 playoff rounds, he's averaged 6.1 per game. 8 against Rubidoux, 2 against Temescal Canyon, 9 against Arroyo Valley, and 6 against Saugus. Second one is up, and Gussett has his first point of the basketball game. 34-32 your score. Gussett steps out, Billingsley in as Troy Rowland talks with his 6'1 senior. Here comes the Marina Vikings, Sunset League, played against quality opponents like Los Alamitos and Esperanza in league during the year. Mission Viejo played against the likes of Capo Valley and El Toro. Jumper on the way by Brennan. He's continuing where he left off. He has a game-high 15, and it's back to a 3-point game. Actually, 1-point game at 35-34. And let's see how Perry Webster and the Diablos react in their home white. Marina in their road blue. Ollering to Blackshire. Good patience and good defense. Both teams doing what they need to do right now. Blackshire to Billingsley. 5 points off the bench. And we've got a 3-second call against Jed Collins.
Nice defensive intensity that time by Marina. They got back into their 2-3 zone. Sometimes you can get a little complacent in a zone defense. You got to keep those feet moving, particularly on the weak side. That time, all 5 did a nice job of staying in their particular zone areas.
Rivera in trouble. Collins picks it off. Blackshire loses it. Ollering has it. Gives up top to Billingsley. Billingsley to Collins. Gives a fake. Goes up. It's blocked by Delaunay, but we'll also have a foul. And Jed Collins will be at the line to shoot a pair. And look like Delaunay just hanging down. Can't believe he got called for the foul as we look on the real-time replay.
Well, anytime Jed gets the ball that close to the basket, he's going to create something. And he's so wide. He's got such bulk up there. It's difficult to get to the ball without hitting some part of Collins. And he's at the line where he's very effective.
And he makes the first of two. He has 7 points. Mark Sanchez into the game. Replaces Tim Ollering. And Collins has been so steady in these playoffs where he's averaged 19.5 points per game. He scored 16 against Rubidoux, 24 against Temescal Canyon, 23 points and 16 rebounds against Arroyo Valley, and 15 and 7 against Saugus. He's been nothing short of spectacular.
He has carried this team all season long on those broad shoulders, and they look to him. He is their leader, both physically and spiritually.
He has 8 points now, and the lead is 37-34 with 6 minutes to go. We're in quarter number 3. Becker off to Brennan. Brennan doesn't have it. They'll run the half-court set. Brennan to the hole. Nice one-on-one move over Sanchez as football players collide, and right now it's Brennan who's having the upper hand.
He's been magnificent. 17 points.
Has almost half of the Vikings' 36-point total. Webster to Sanchez. He'll take the jumper, won't make it. Blackshire will clean up and score. That's where he's at his best. Blackshire has a team-high 13 points, the lead back to 3.
He's so difficult to deal with in close because he's got long arms and he's lanky at about 6'6". He's a quick jumper, so when he gets the ball in the paint, he's very difficult to deal with.
And into the game, Mr. Double-Double himself, Troy Ruland, number 34. After their last playoff victory, Conrad Ruland puts down 5 double-doubles at In-N-Out Burger, and his teammates were just cracking up. Spent $20 at In-N-Out Burger.
He is a growing boy.
That he is, and he could give you a spark off the bench. He'll try and slow down Brennan. Unable to do so there. Ruland commits his first personal, and Brennan will step to the free throw line. He has a game-high 17, and he's 6 of 7 from the free throw line.
Brennan determined, going strong to the basket, absorbs the contact, gets it up off the glass where he'll shoot a pair. Ruland, though, should be an interesting defensive matchup for Brennan. They're similar in size and quickness.
Brennan misses the first of 2, now 6 of 8 from the foul line as their senior. Not a lot of guys play for this Marina team, but these kids are in good shape. And you should be when you're in high school. These are the fitness years of your lives. Second one is up and falls in. Total now of 18 points for Brennan. And it's a 2-point game, 39-37 with 5:13 to go here in quarter number 3. Along with Gordon Spencer and Paul Westphal, I'm Mark Keller. Thanks for joining us here at the Arrowhead Pond in Anaheim, California. It's been a good game throughout between these two teams. Webster, left side to Sanchez. Sanchez takes the jumper. He'll make the jumper. It's a 2-point field goal for Sanchez. His first 2 of the game. 41-37, Diablos by 4. Turnaround jumper is up. It's an air ball by Lambert. Knocked out of bounds. Marina going to keep the ball there. And so the Vikings will trigger in. They trail up by 4 with 4:44 to go here in quarter number 3.
What you worry about is Lambert beginning to force things because of his frustration. That's
Lambert, nice pass down low. Shot away by Rivera is missed. Lambert gets the rebound. He'll turn around and shoot it, and he'll make it. So he might have forced it, but he's got 4, and it's a 2-point game.
He truly did force that one, but maybe that'll get him going because that was probably the most difficult attempt that he's had all night.
Sometimes when the scorer doesn't get his points in the first half, he's got to find ways to create because you know Lambert's got to score a bunch if they're going to win. Ruland off to Sanchez. Made that shot moments ago. Gets called for the travel. substitution, Marcus Blackshire into the game, replaces Conrad Ruland. Jeff Larson into the game, replaces Mark Sanchez. And Sonny McCracken replaces Kyle Billingsley. And I'll tell you what, Troy Rowland not afraid to go to that bench.
No, and that could be really critical down the stretch. We'll see if the 11-man rotation of Mission Viejo can wear down the 7-man rotation of the Vikings.
8 Diablos have scored tonight, so the substitutions have paid off for Troy Rowland. Brennan with the basketball. Gives up top to Becker. Becker looking to go one-on-one. He's stripped by Perry Webster. Here comes the freshman in the open court. His jumper is up. It's no good. Loose ball knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to Marina, and Webster couldn't finish what he started.
I believe he feels he got hit on the arm. A nice job of not getting the charge. So often you see players in today's game trying to get all the way to the rim and they end up with a charging call. He pulled up about 10 feet, everything but the finish that time for Webster.
And Perry does that so well. Offensive foul the other way, going to go against Marina. And it's going to go against Brennan, number 34. And for Brennan, that will be his second personal foul, and team foul number 3. The Diablos with just one team foul here in the third quarter. Mission Viejo 41, Marina 39. Close ball game. Still up for grabs. Collins gets stripped of the basketball, and the foul's going to go against Rivera, number 33. And for Rivera, that's his third personal, so one of the 5 starters in foul trouble for the Vikings. We'll see how that plays out. Offensive foul called against Jeff Larson. And for Larson, that's his third personal foul. Speaking of 3.
Rivera did a nice job of kind of suckering Larson into the contact, and then a little bit of embellishment as Rivera goes to the ground and gets the call.
And here we go with the basketball is Steven Becker. Runs the offense, does a good job. Turnaround jumper is up and good by Brennan, who has been nothing short of spectacular.
He's really feeling it tonight with the taller Blackshire on him. He just turned, faced up, said, I can shoot this one from here, and knocks it down.
Brennan's got 20 points in the basketball game. And we have a foul before the shot, and the Vikings reclaim the lead at 42-41 with 2:56 to go here in quarter number 3. It's the Division 1A finals, and there have been a slew of basketball games today. A number of them have been pretty good. And we'll see who can pull off the CIF title. Can it be Mission Viejo or Marina? As Webster triggers in, gets up top to Blackshire. And now they'll run their half-court set, and they have the fresh shot clock.
Something to watch for. Mission Viejo has been able to get the ball inside the paint a lot easier.
McCracken with the jumper. And Sonny now with 4. 2 in the first half, here 2 in the third quarter. And the Diablos retake the 1-point lead. Surprised Brennan didn't shoot that one the way he's been shooting. Could have made the NBA 3. Lee along the baseline, shot no good. Blackshire clears to Perry Webster. Webster, his pass is picked off by Becker. I like this Steven Becker, heady ball player. Dishes, layup is good by Brennan, who now has 22 points. And the Vikings are up 44-43 as we have 2:10 to go here in quarter number 3.
Outstanding vision by Becker that time. He had eyes in the back of his head. He knew that Brennan was trailing. And what a great finish by Brennan. I thought he actually got fouled. Should have been an and one situation.
Webster with the basketball, takes it to the hole and finishes as Perry hits double digits with 10 points. Timeout on the court with 1:54 to go. Mission Viejo 45, Marina 44. You're watching the high school basketball championships on Cox 3 Sports. (45-44), Mission Viejo leads Marina by 1. This portion of the Cox 3 Sports High School Basketball is brought to you by Game Day Pizza and looking in the gallon, Alicia Parkway on Pacific Island Drive. Game Day Pizza, home of the Super Slice. And by Steelhead Brewery Company in the University Center across from UCI in Irvine. When I'm at Steelhead Brewery, I make it a blonde. Here, this game's still up for grabs, 45-44. And how about the play of Brennan? He's got 22 points. He's been feeling it all night long.
Official George Arredano has brought both coaches to the scorer's table. I'm not exactly sure why, but both coaches seem pleased with the explanation. So now we're about ready to resume play. But I'll tell you, Marina has really hung tough without their leading scorer, Lambert, contributing very much at all. That's a tribute to Coach Holmes and his Vikings because, oh my, they've had very little of that in the game at all. The unforced turnover.
So the Diablos with the basketball and the 2-point lead at 45-43 with 1:45 to go here in quarter number 3. McCracken to Webster. He's wide open. Can't leave Perry open. He'll nail that. He's got 12, and I love the play of this freshman. He just plays with such coolness and calmness, and he's running the show out there for the Diablos.
Very cerebral player in the Mission Viejo media guide. And I'll finish that thought another time.
Shot is up and no good and cleared by Jed Collins. Let's watch what Jed does in the open court. Nice pass to Blackshire. Can't finish as Lee comes out of nowhere to block that one out of bounds.
Outstanding job by Lee not to give up on the play. Just to finish the thought on Webster, he mentioned in the media guide, as we'll take another look on the real-time replay, watch as Blackshire thinks he's home free now, but Lee comes from behind to snuff it.
And the other way, they score a bucket there. And hitting double digits now with 10 points is Jed Collins.
Danger time now for Marina. And at last, just to finish the thought on Webster, it's not worth it after this, I don't think. Nonetheless, he said his goals this year were to win league, CIF, and to stay out of Jed's way. That's a smart freshman.
Absolutely. 49-43, the Diablos by 6, 57.5 seconds remaining. Brennan with the basketball, working along the base against Blackshire. Kicks up top. Looking to work one-on-one. Pull-up jumper is up and not even close by Lambert. And here comes Perry Webster. Webster in the open court. Loses control of the ball, reclaims it, loses it. And now Brennan off to Becker. Becker off to Lambert, his layup's good. Lambert all 6 of his points here in the third. The Vikings within 4 as we're down to 28 seconds and the Diablos look to hold for 1.
What a huge sequence. That could have been up to an 8-point lead had Mission Viejo scored in transition. Instead, Webster loses the handle. Marina comes up with a loose ball and gets a layup in transition to cut it to 4, a 4-point swing.
It's been an even 15-15 scoring here in the third quarter. Collins gets stripped. He wasn't really expecting the ball there. Here comes Marina, almost picked off by Larson. They've got a shot opportunity. Brennan puts up a 3 and gets fouled with 1.3 seconds to play here in the third. And Jed Collins has just committed his 3rd personal foul.
Well, Brennan did a nice job of kind of leaning into Collins, but that's a situation where you don't want to get anywhere near the shooter. He's about to let go about a 35-footer with time running out in the quarter. Just let him shoot it.
Absolutely, and Brennan is almost like money in the bank. 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. Makes that one. He's got 23 points. And he has just really taken the offense on his back. Certain players can do that, and he is one of them. Misses the second one. So it's a 3-point lead. He's got 1 more coming up. Collins talking with the official. He can do that because he's a captain, so he does have the right to talk to an official in this situation. 1 more coming up for Brennan. And it's good. So he's got 24 points. 49-47. Webster lets it fly. Just short. And we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play from Anaheim, California. Mission Viejo 49, Marina 47. We've got 8 minutes remaining. You're watching the high school basketball championships on Cox 3 Sports. In Anaheim, California, Mission Viejo 49, Marina 47. 8 minutes remaining in the Division 1A Toyota Basketball Championship game. This portion of the Cox 3 Sports High School Basketball brought to you by my favorite place, Penn Oscars in Irvine and Lake Forest, or online at breadstick.com. Our Cox 3 crew says, it's the best. And by Saturn of San Juan, the value, the prices, service and selection, commitment to perfection. Saturn of San Juan. And one of these two teams looking to finish a season with a perfect CIF title. That would be something that would be nice to put in your hip pocket. And let's see what happens as we put on our seatbelts here for the last 8 minutes of this basketball game between Marina and Mission Viejo. In the third quarter, Marina outscored Mission Viejo 17-15. Looking to go one-on-one is Lambert. No good. Good defense by McCracken. And Sanchez comes up with the rebound. Off to Jed Collins. Collins in the attacking zone. He'll take it coast to coast. No good, but Jedediah Collins will be at the free throw line to shoot a pair. Let's watch this one on the real-time replay.
Collins is just so creative. If you don't stop him before he gets to the foul line with the basketball, he's going to figure out a way to get the ball to the front of the rim as he did that time. First by absorbing the contact, then kind of twisting and throwing up that backhand layup where he gets to the line for a pair.
And Jed will look to add on to his total. First one is up, and it's good for Jedediah. He's got 11 points on the night, and he'll be shooting one more. Three-point lead for Mission Viejo. As you see Collins' numbers, he's able to make a pair. Does it with ease. He's got 12, and the lead is 4, 51-47. Mission Viejo looking for the clean sweep of Marina, winning the regular season, and they would cap it off with a CIF title if they can hold on.
That was the fourth foul on Jeff Rivera for Marina, so we'll have to see if that forces Holmes' hand.
And that just might do that. The rebound cleared by Collins gives way to Webster. They're in no rush. Right now they just want to run that half-court offense and look for the good shot opportunity as each possession becomes so important here in the fourth. Collins to Sanchez, can't convert. And the rebound is picked up by Lambert. Lambert to Becker. Becker to Brennan. And McCracken commits the personal. And that will be team foul number 4 and McCracken's first foul of the night.
Transition opportunity that time for the Vikings. Coach Holmes, of course, told Gordon at the intermission that they were going to try to get out and run and get a few more things in transition.
Molino replaces Rivera, and Kyle Billingsley into the game for Sonny McCracken. And to trigger in will be Stephen Becker. The loose ball. So Billingsley comes right off the bench and almost causes the turnover. And I really like the way Kyle has played, one of the tri-captains of this basketball team. And he's really shown his leadership out on the court tonight. Brennan off to Becker. Hasn't looked for his shot much in the second half. And Blackshire will have none of that. And here comes Barry Webster.
Oh, the athletic one, Blackshire. Great help side defense coming over after Becker had beaten his man off the dribble.
Sanchez to Blackshire. Went up for the shot. Came down. They didn't call the travel. They got a break there. Blackshire's open 3. Bullseye. Marcus Blackshire. And that was a huge non-call in this basketball game. 16 for Blackshire.
But I'm telling you, he has no memory. He makes almost a terrible play, calls for the ball, and then says, that's all right, boys, calm down. I'm going to knock down a 3.
Sanchez commits the personal foul. Number 3 does for Mission Viejo, and at the free, that's a non-shooting foul. So Matt Molino will trigger in. Troy Rowland barking out the signals. He's a good cheerleader too, the way he walks those sidelines. He's building up some frequent flyer miles. Delaunay can't convert. And we're going to have a foul going against Mission Viejo. It's going to go against Marcus Blackshire. And he can't believe that one got called against him, but a good call and a second personal as we look on the real-time replay.
Well, I think what bothers him is that there wasn't a whistle until after the ball came off. I think if the ball goes in, there's no whistle, and that's what probably infuriated Blackshire.
Delaunay misses the first of 2. All 6 of his points came in the first half, where he was really a factor off the bench, but he's kind of disappeared a little bit here in the second half.
Well, he picked up his 3rd foul early in the second half, and so he was forced to sit, but you're right, he has been contributing, generally off nice passes in the interior from people like Becker.
And he missed a pair, so the Diablos up by 7, 54-47, as they've gone on a 5-0 run to open up the fourth quarter here with 5:47 to go. You feel it maybe starting to slip a little bit here for the Vikings. Blackshire to Webster. Work it down low to Collins. Delaunay has just committed his 4th personal foul, and Jed Collins will be at the line to shoot a pair.
Well, I noticed about 3 or 4 minutes ago that Mission Viejo, although they didn't always score on those opportunities, was able to get the ball into the paint easier than they did in the first half. And if you let Collins just catch it when he's like 8 feet from the basket, he's going to kill you because of his creativity and footwork.
Jed's got 12 points as he steps at the free throw line to shoot a pair. Makes the first of 2. He now has 13 points. He'll look to add to that total as we look on replay here.
Now, on the right of your screen, you can see there was absolutely no opposition to the entry pass. And so if Collins is going to be allowed to catch the ball that close to the basket, you can might as well just put it on the board.
There's Jed at the free throw line. It's up, and it is good. He's got now 14 points and lead up to 9 at 56-47. Funny picture of him in their guide here. He's wearing glasses. He doesn't wear glasses at all. He's just kind of goofing around there, as high school kids will. Matt Molino with the ball, hasn't scored tonight. They could use some threes from Molino here down the stretch. Becker gives a fake, pull-up jumper, faked out Webster, but couldn't finish. Delaunay does off the offensive glass, and Marina calls timeout. Delaunay has 8. It's a 7-point game, 56-49. Let's take a look at replay here as Delaunay was able to finish up down low for Marina.
First, Becker's going to create off the dribble, and he's been kind of quiet in the second half. He gets Webster up in the air, just can't get the finish. But look on the right of your screen as Delaunay came from nowhere. Nobody boxes him out. And we'll take another look at it. As you can see, both Blackshire and Collins have their heads turned going for the ball, but it's Delaunay that quickest to the offensive stick back.
And we're going to make that smooth transition from basketball to baseball. Our next game here on Cox 3 Sports is going to be high school baseball on March 19th. Capo Valley takes on Dana Hills in a South Coast League battle. You can join Gordon Spencer for all the play-by-play action. Also log on to www.cox3.com for airing dates and times. And also, if you do like basketball, in April we're going to be doing we're going to actually do a high school basketball all-star doubleheader. So if you want to see the best in Orange County, you can catch that one in the month of April. So basketball, we're not quite finished with that yet. We've got 5:15 to go here in the 4th. 56-49. The Diablos lead it by 7, and seems like Mission Viejo slowly but surely trying to pull away in this one.
Important for Marina to not let this lead get any larger for Mission Viejo, because they are exceptional late in games at hanging on to the basketball, getting to the free throw line and converting. And we're inside of 5 minutes now, so Marina can't fall behind by much more.
Sanchez with the basketball, calling to give it to the freshman point guard Webster, all the way to the hole. Misses the wide open layup off to Delaunay in the open court right side 3-point circle. He'll give it to Lambert. Lambert with the basketball. Gives up top to Becker. Brennan wanted it, didn't get it. They've been outscored 7-2 here in the 4th. Have the Vikings. They're in need of an offensive bucket. Lambert right side. Looking to create. Goes to the hole. Count it for Lambert. He takes it to the rack against Billingsley, and he'll look to complete the 3-point play the old-fashioned way. He ends it.
Outstanding on the real-time replay. The most aggressive move by Lambert of the night. Splitting the double team, double clutch off the board. Outstanding move by Lambert. Maybe that'll get him going.
He's got 8, make it 9 points. And the Vikings finding a way to hang around. It's a 4-point game, 56-52, 4:25 to go here in quarter number 4. It's the Division 1A CIF championship game. Both of these teams should qualify for the Southern State Regional Tournament. Collins able to convert, and he continues to tack on the points.
Oh, what a pretty pass by Blackshire. There wasn't a very big window for that bounce pass to get through, but he got it there, and then Collins with the finish.
So Blackshire and Collins with 16 points apiece, and 12 from Webster pacing the way for the Diablos, who lead by 6. Becker jumper no good, and he's missed a couple of wide open ones here in the 4th as Collins clears for Mission Viejo. Gives it ahead to Sanchez. Mark Sanchez, their fine quarterback. I'll tell you what, he can run an offense, can he, for Bob Johnson?
He has, very efficiently.
Sanchez along the baseline. Ball almost picked off. Webster picks it up, and they now call him on the end line. And Troy Rowland not happy with Mark Sanchez. McCracken into the game. He replaces Kyle Billingsley. And Troy Rowland really wears his emotions on his sleeves. He makes no bones about it. He's just a fiery competitor, and he expects the most out of his team and gets upset when they don't perform to his expectations.
And the team always reflects its coach, and Mission Viejo plays with that same passion. But he was very mad at Sanchez on the last one.
Delaunay with the three-pointer out of nowhere. He's got 11, and it's back to a three-point game at 58-55 with 3:10 to go here in regulation.
A huge basket from Marina as they cut that 6-point lead in half.
Collins to Sanchez, takes it to the rack, shot no good. Rebound by Becker, and here they come in the open court. They get a lucky break right there. I think what happened was both Delaunay and Lambert were open. They weren't sure who was supposed to get the ball. It looked like it went out of bounds, but obviously the Diablos must have touched it. Larson into the game. He replaces Sanchez.
Well, both Webster and Lambert were going for the ball, and it looked like Webster just barely touched it before it went out of bounds.
Marina calls timeout as they couldn't trigger in. 2:58 remains. We'll take timeout. Who's going to win it? Mission Viejo or Marina? We'll find out when we return. It's high school basketball on Cox 3 Sports. Back in Anaheim, California, Bob Johnson, the football coach at Mission Viejo, watching on as a number of these players are members of his football team that also play on the basketball team. And sometimes the Diablos may get off to a slow start, but they really didn't this year. And of course, the football players like Collins and company coming aboard certainly helped them out. Back to action. Lambert's jumper on the way is an air ball, and Larson with the rebound, and that one hurt. Not what Coach Holmes was looking for Marina coming out of the timeout.
They ran the play they wanted, got the guy the shot they wanted. He just mysteriously shot an air ball.
Blackshire down low to Collins. He's fouled hard. He'll be at the line to shoot a pair. As that personal foul. Let's watch it on the real-time replay and see how that one develops as Lambert commits the personal.
Excellent entry pass again, leading Collins just exactly where he needed to be in order to put himself in a position to succeed, and only a late foul by Lambert prevented the bucket and one.
Collins at the line to shoot two. First of two, rims out. A rare miss from Jed at the free throw line, and the Marina crowd reacts to that miss as he'll be shooting one more.
First one tonight. He was 6 for 6 prior to that shot.
Jed's favorite quote in life: without God, everything else is worthless. And right now he's thinking and thanking God that he'll hopefully make the second foul shot. And he does. He's got 17 points. And the lead for Mission Viejo is 4, 59-55 with 2.5 minutes to go. The Diablos knock it out of bounds, and Marina will keep possession. 30 on the shot clock, 2:33 on the game clock, and this one's still up for grabs, Paul.
Couple of risky passes by Marina on their last couple of possessions. They need to value the basketball. There's only 2.5 minutes left. They need to get something on almost every possession here, because eventually they're going to have to start fouling, sending Mission Viejo to the line. So this is a very important possession for the Vikings.
Lambert to the hole. His shot no good. Delaunay misses. Rebound Rivera for the putback. They missed out on the little guy who scores. He's got 5, and it's a 2-point game. 59-57 as we approach the 2-minute mark here in regulation. The ball is picked off. Brennan along the base against McCracken. His shot no good. Blackshire with the rebound and corrals it for the Diablos, who moments ago got sloppy with the basketball, and they were lucky the Vikings didn't tie it.
Good hustle by McCracken not to give up on the play. Timeout Mission Viejo. But if McCracken gives up on that play, it's an easy layup for Brennan. He didn't give up. He didn't get the basketball, but he knocked Brennan off balance enough that by the time Brennan recovered the basketball, the defense had come to help.
59-57, the Diablos with 2 with 1:45 to go here in the ball game. It's been an exciting one. Cox 3 reminds you of Music Choice. Catch the biggest names in music. Currently, you can catch the Indigo Girls. And beginning March 15th, Kylie Minogue will be the featured artist. Log on to www.cox3.com and click in on Orange County for dates, times, and upcoming concert information. I'll tell you what. It looked like they were pulling away. They were up 56-49, and all of a sudden, they go on an 8-3 run to get back in the game.
Watch as Rivera mixed in with all the tall timber. Rivera at 5'10", and that might be a stretch, finds a way to get the basketball and stick it in the basket. Watch again as Lambert misses, and a battle among Mission Viejo Diablos. They tip it actually away from each other, and Rivera has the garbage and the score.
And he's able to clean up. It's a 2-point game. 59-57, 1:44 to go here at the Arrowhead Pond of Anaheim in Anaheim, California. McCracken down low to Collins, gives a fake, goes up, and Jed's got 19 points to lead all Diablos scorers, and they get the important 4-point lead. It's now a 2-possession game. Becker, pull-up jumper. It rims out, had the open look. Blackshire clears, off to Webster. They'll run some time off the clock and run their half-court set.
Both teams are in the bonus for the remaining 119.
McCracken to the heady Webster, who has scored 12 points. He's run the offense well and has been able to score. Mission Viejo calls timeout with 62 faithful seconds remaining to play here in Anaheim, California. And we've really been blessed with a couple of very close basketball games here on Championship Saturday.
Indeed we have. Of course, the Santa Margarita Calabasas game was just right down to the last possession. You can't ask for a better basketball game. And Troy Rowland, of course, knowing that this particular possession extremely important, while Roger Holmes on the other side knows that they need a defensive stop. Now I would expect that Mission will run something where they try to get the ball inside to Jed Collins in the lane. They have had a great success in this second half getting the ball into the paint rather easily. Watch as you see they swing it to one side, and then McCracken with the nice entry pass, and not much that Marina can do with Collins when he's that close to the basket.
19 points for Jed Collins. He finds a way once again to lead this team in scoring. Here we go. Webster with the basketball. Becker on him. And a good matchup of point guards here tonight. Larson up top to Collins. Looks to operate one-on-one. Takes it to the rack. Shot no good. Clean up by Sonny McCracken. McCracken with 6 points. And they take a 6-point lead. 63-57. It's got to be raining threes now. Becker looking to go one-on-one. Loose ball scramble. He's on the end line. It goes to Mission Viejo. I thought Marina should have gone for a 3 there. Down by 6. A 2's not going to do you much good.
No, I thought so too, and I thought that's what Becker was trying to achieve by dribble penetration and a kick out. But he got caught in traffic, got up in the air, didn't have anything to do.
Defensive offensive switch. Actually, Sanchez comes into the game because Marcus Blackshire only a 32% free throw shooter. They'll bring him back in for defense. Sanchez looking for Webster. And we're going to have a foul against Stephen Becker, and that's a good call because he grabbed all of Perry Webster, who will now step to the free throw line and shoot one-on-one.
With all these football players out on the court, that was a pretty good tackle by Becker, but that's not a bad foul because not a lot of time went off the clock, and we'll have to see once again on the real-time replay. You can see that both Webster and Becker going for the ball, but Becker impeding the progress of Webster. But now this really is pressure for the freshman, because if he just makes 1 out of 2, it'll make it a 3-possession game, but easier said than done. Clutch situation. Let's see if the freshman is up to the task.
Perry Webster, his basketball inspirations are fellow point guards, John Stockton, Dan Dickow, and Steve Nash. And the one thing those three all have in common, they all played in the West Coast Conference.
And they're all pretty good free throw shooters.
And Webster can't make the front end. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. It belongs to Marina. So the Vikings still hanging around with 31.6 seconds. But I think at this point, they probably got to make a quick 3 and then go full court. And if you don't get the steal, commit the quick foul. Here we go. Let's see what happens.
I agree with that assessment wholeheartedly.
Becker off to Lambert. Lambert with the basketball. Off to Molino. Taking up too much time on clock are the Vikings. Off to Delaunay, and timeout by Marina. And Marcus Blackshire and Perry Webster clapping their hands with 16.7 seconds remaining. And right now Coach Holmes has to wonder, guys, you gotta take the 3. You can't take that much time off the clock. Mission Viejo, they'll let them take as much time as they like off that clock.
My guess is he's probably telling Lambert, the next time you get an open look like that, let it rip, because Lambert, of course, trying to get it to Molino, who you mentioned earlier, a three-point specialist. But at this particular juncture, they don't have time for multiple passes. They need 2 scores, not 1. And that time they took about 15 seconds off the clock. They had to call timeout just to get the possession going the way they want to. I expect 1 pass and a shot this time around. Let's see if Coach Holmes agrees.
I would look for Brennan, try and set him up with a pick, get him open for a 3-point rainbow and put it up. 16.7 seconds remaining. Will it be Marina from the Sunset League or Mission Viejo from the South Coast League? Lambert's 3, way short. McCracken with the rebound, and he's fouled with 10.5 seconds remaining, and the Diablos starting to feel it. The last 2 years, the Diablos got knocked out in the quarterfinal round. This year's team was settling for nothing short of a CIF title, and they're 10.5 seconds away from reaching that goal.
We talked about how the bench strength of Mission Viejo might be a real plus, and this young man at the foul line has played magnificently tonight. Now, he only has 6 points as he gets ready to shoot.
Make that 7, and that's pretty good considering Sonny averages just under 2 points per game. So he's really stepped it up here, and that is his playoff high. He previously had 6 against Arroyo Valley.
But where he's really been important, he's been terrific on the defensive end. He has made Lambert work even just to possess the ball, let alone get a good look.
No good. It's a 7-point lead with 8 seconds remaining. They'll have to fire a 3. Brennan's 3, no good. And it goes up and over and in, and no basket though. Hit the top of the scoreboard. And with 2.4 seconds remaining, the Diablos know they are just seconds away from claiming the CIF Division 1A title. And what good sportsmanship right there from Brennan. Went up to Marcus Blackshire and shook his hand. It's a turnover. And what a classy play right there from Matt Brennan. Knows his team is going to lose. Shook hands with Marcus Blackshire already. He's a quality kid. 3-pointer by Brennan as time expires is no good. And the Mission Viejo Diablos of the South Coast League claim the Division 1A title as they win it by the count of 64-57. Jed Collins with 19. Marcus Blackshire with 16. And Perry Webster with 12. It equals their 26th win of the year and their first CIF title.
Jed Collins in the middle of your screen. Of course, the team's heart and soul had only 6 points at halftime, but in the second half, he carried this team on those broad shoulders, coming up with 13 second-half points. He and Blackshire were very tough in the paint, very difficult for the smaller Vikings to deal with, but you got to tip your cap to Marina. They hung with the favorite Diablos for the better part of about 30-31 minutes before finally the size, the depth, the pressure of Mission Viejo eventually won out. But of course, the season's not over for Marina. They will be invited to the state playoffs, and Mission Viejo stands to get a home game for the state playoffs. And the celebration very justified as this team worked extremely hard, came out of a very difficult league where they finished in 3rd place. And I'll tell you, for their first CIF title, outstanding effort, especially by the man who's with Gordon Spencer.
Gordon Spencer, he's got Jed Collins.
Thanks, guys. Jed, this must feel pretty good right now.
Oh, this feels unbelievable. I just, praise the Lord. I got a great bunch of guys. Coach was just awesome. They prepared us for this game. We came in here, we were excited, we were pumped. It took us a little while to settle down, but the Lord blessed us all season, and in the end, He came through.
Pretty good career for you, Mission Viejo. A little football championship, a little basketball. You don't play baseball, do you?
I don't. I'm going to do some track and field, but yeah. I count my blessings, and I'm beside myself. It's an unbelievable team effort tonight. My saga and mission is done, but I had a great time there. I thank the football coaches, the basketball coaches, and my family, and most importantly, definitely God. Just He's given me so much.
All right, congratulations. Go enjoy it.
Much, sir.
Thank you. All right, thanks, Jed. Back to you guys.
Okay, outstanding. And you saw moments ago Troy Rowland celebrating with his children TJ and Jacob and his supportive wife Stacia. And what a great moment for Mission Viejo. They upped their record to 26-5. Marina finishes up at 24-8. But both of these teams did an outstanding job. And I believe Gordon Spencer's got Coach Rowland. So let's go to it.
Thanks, Mark. Well, number 1 must feel pretty good right now.
Feels pretty good. First time in 35 years the school's ever won a CIF title. I'm glad to be part of it, and it couldn't happen to a better bunch of kids. Real proud of their effort today.
You look around this place, the emotion and the crowd, it's got to be something you just got to sit back and enjoy for a few minutes.
You know, after last year's season, we had a good season. I said I wouldn't make the same mistake. I wanted to enjoy every single win. And as I'm learning to be a coach, the wins are very exciting, and I do need to hold on to it.
All right, well, go enjoy things with your guys out there. Guys, a coach that got the entire front row for his family for this game so they all can enjoy it.
I'll tell you what, they're going to be partying in Mission Viejo tonight. And how about Rancho Santa Margarita, with Santa Margarita also winning? It's been a big day for South Orange County, and that's going to wrap it up from the Arrowhead Pond in Anaheim, California. For Paul Westphal, for Gordon Spencer, for our entire crew, I'm Mark Heller saying so long from Anaheim, California. You've just watched the Division 1A title game. Mission Viejo 64 and Marina 57. Until next time, so long and good night.